Good morning, welcome to another Ed Skelson Peak District photographer vlog. Today a little bit different. It may well turn out that this is my 100th YouTube video, well 100th upload, let's say. I've done lots of others, some never made it, and I sort of thought, oh no, I'll do something huge. I'll do a big trip and try and get all the boys involved. But the more I thought about that, the more I thought I'm setting myself up for a fall there. In this game, you plant something big and you don't have a lot of leeway with your days, then you're left with what you've got. So I thought, no, what I'm going to do is just do the exact opposite. I'm going to jump in my car, I'm going to put a load of gas in the tank, I'm just going to travel out into the peak, and wherever I see a shot, I'm going to jump out and take it. I'm going to go to places where I've always thought, oh, maybe there's a nice shot there, I'll call in. And that's exactly what I've done this morning. So welcome to, I think it's Ashford in the Water, which is on its way. I'm probably going to head up through to either the Monsell Trail or Padley Gorge. Padley's your safest bet. But yeah, here I am. This is Ashford in the Water. There's a lovely little scene here, right next to a main road, but cracking little bridge, wide river. It's got cottages around there, but there's a bit too much sort of 21st century stuff going on there. But I figure a couple of nice shots could be had there. So I'm not going to go through this stuff here just as I jump out. Got all these lovely benches, you know. Maybe do some black and white. I think it's a somber day. There is not a high pudding factor. It's nice. Not the best light in the world, but there's light, so I'm okay with that. Right now in Wales, it's absolutely pissing down. It was Wales I was going to go to. And we've also got heavy winds, the sort of aftermath of a storm called Isha that we had over the weekend. So, yeah, I'm going to bang up some shots as I take them in Ashford, this lovely little place. And then I'll crack on and talk again shortly. Okay, this is a bit different. On my little drive, I decided to take the turn off to Chatsworth House. I'm in the grounds right now. Well, I'm in the car park actually, it's not quite so romantic. There you go, look at that. So you can pretty much guarantee it. On the day that I decide not to bring MB, the massive bastard, I see the place is arguably famous for it, a load of deer sitting down on the lawns, I suppose. So anyway, I'm going to wander down. I've got the 7200. I want to get a picture of some deer. I don't think the house itself is open, not sure on that, but I don't really feel dressed for a visit around a big stately home. So I'll take a few shots outside, maybe some black and white. Can't go wrong with black and white with stuff like this. But first off, it's free parking, by the way, which is the one thing that drove me in. If it's free parking, I'm interested. So I'm gonna have a look at the deer. I can see him from here, even without my glasses. Try and get a few shots of them staring at me, and then I'll press on. Last time, the last vlog, in fact, I shot some deer. And I was whining about the fact that you can't do a proper composition, you know, like you do with landscapes, which is probably why I've got the wrong headset for this. But the deer are over there, and if you can see them right now, I'll do a bit of close-up video work in a second. But they're like right in the middle of a field. I mean, they couldn't be more boring if they tried. It just looks, without my glasses on, it just looks like a load of cardboard boxes in the middle of a football field. So I don't know what I can do. I don't know the rules. I imagine sneaking up on deer is frowned upon here, but they're all just gawping. They look pretty cool, but compositionally absolutely shite. It's nice here though. Look at these trees along there's a river there, the river whatchamacallit, And it snakes as well. It's really flat and it snakes down that way. Beautiful. I bet in the mist in the morning. Oh, the house, of course, symbol of excessive wealth. I'd like a bit of that. Actually, I'd just like some wealth. Wouldn't even have to be excessive. We've got whatever the hell that is there. I think people back in them days, probably today too, they had so much money and they just didn't know what to do with it. There was no such thing as Wish or Temu, where you could go on a mad shopping spree. I guess you could just buy better sheep and maybe a small part of India. Okay, I think there's a tree ahead that might be, I think it's close enough to get some sneaky shots of the deer. Compositionally rubbish, but I'm close enough. I'll show you. Look, tree, deer. I hope that wasn't too much info. Going to be a good test of the autofocus. So I've done a few shots manual focused. I've used the 15 times zoom. This is a 45 megapixel camera. So 7200 lens. I'm getting in there sort of close enough to get some shots. But I thought I'll try it with auto exposure and take a few and see what happens when I get home. See if it's as good as my keen eye. Okay, I think I'm done with that. The only way these guys could be more boring is if they were doing accountancy. So I'm gonna I fancy moving. There's some, do you know, I'll come here again, but there's some nice trees back there. Look really lovely. But instead I'm going to walk along the river just for a little bit, and then when I'm sort of done with this little bit, I'll head back to the car. It looks like a really cool place to visit, this Chatsworth Hall, and of course I see it from, probably can't tell, but up in the distance, God, the sun, up in the distance is Baslow Edge and Kerber Edge, and I on the blog, I think last one, I was up there with the MB shooting this, and they had fountains going off. I don't know if it was this or Haddon Hall, actually. I think it was this one, and the beast could like see right into it. It's beautiful. Anyway, so wow, what a distance that lens can see. But yeah, this looks cool. Maybe I'll maybe bring Craig along or something like that for a stately home visit, if they allow vloggers in. Some places don't, do they? Bastards. So that building, I don't think it's got any purpose other than to have had money spent on it. I think Mr. Chatsworth must have had a visit from his accountant. He said, Mr. Chatsworth, we've got too much money. They've run out of boxes at the Bank of England to put the gold in. And he says, well, have we got anything with a moat? Like, no sir, we're not a castle. Oh, well, let's build something and put a moat round it. Wow. I was contemplating doing something with these arches. Craig Yates has done a wonderful shot of Lady Bower Reservoir with the early morning light hitting the arches. It's beautiful. I'm incredibly jealous, and I want to do one of my own, but unfortunately the storm has brought tons of detritus. Look at it all mounted up there. Just uglifies the image. It's a word. So probably going to give that a miss, at least this side anyway. I'll have a look at the other side, see if it's any good. Feels like it's bridge day today. I don't know why. I may even go up to, I say Monsall Head, and take a picture of the bridge there, but obvious stuff here. Do a couple of shots. Black and white's good for this. The sun's a bit harsh, so can't shoot further back. The reflection off the river would be too much. And of course I've lost a filter. I lost a filter on Baslow Edge. I was out with the missus trundling along like I do, and a really expensive, I think it's might be K&F who do the X series, lost it, 70 quid. So yeah, these I like the symmetry going on with the arches here, and of course I haven't got my glasses on. I'll bet they've got their cock out, and I don't know why artists always do that. You can just imagine the guys like, yeah, I'd like 2 statues from my bridge, please. Oh yeah, would you want like heroic types, you know? Oh, okay. I was thinking putting them in some like really flowing robe. No, make sure they've got their cock out. Excuse me? No, the cock, make sure everything. I want to see all that, even if they've got robes. That's how I want them. Something wrong with rich people. So anyway, I'm going to do a few shots here. I do like the light on the ripples here, so I aren't particularly keen on long exposures. I think it's quite soft, the water is, so I'm going to try and capture it like that. I don't know if I can. If I do, you'll see it in a second, but I want to try and capture these wider ripples. I think they look pleasant. Not so much the nudity. Vlogger brothers and sisters, I'll let you know now that today everything has been shot on the DJI Pocket 3. Can you believe the hype? Well, you'll find out when I do the inevitable gear video. So yeah, I've got the wireless mic 2, including the brand new wireless mic 2 set that's just come out. The reason being it's my birthday on Sunday. I'm going to be 57 years old, dear God. So I've had a few birthday presents a bit early. So yeah, pretty much all DJI today. What have I got here? 3-legged thing, tripod for the big jobs. I've got a little K&F compact tripod, only cheaper one. It's not the ones I'm after. Didn't get that for my birthday, did I? What else? I think we've got something else here. I've got the drone, but it probably doesn't look it from this video, but it's quite breezy. So I don't think I'm going to get the drone out today. Plus probably couldn't on here, on this private land. And what else? I think I've got something else, DJI. Anyway, loads of stuff. And I'll, as usual, work it to death. And instead of giving you a review as I've sort of taken it out of the box, I'll give it at least a month and then let you know how it pans out. I'm happy with it so far, I'll say that. Yeah. Typical. There's a couple with a dog over there, and they're closer to the deer than I was. They've got a dog, and I was by that tree over there, and they're like 20 feet from them. Typical. Well, I enjoyed that just very brief visit to Chatsworth House. More than I thought I would. I think if I got here first thing in the morning, I'd definitely want to be investigating a walk along that riverbank and those bridges and the trees. That I think they could present some really nice compositions. You need the weather for sure, for me. But the house itself looks spectacular. I don't think it's open until probably the spring, February, March, I'm guessing. So I'll see if I can talk Craig Yates into coming. But I don't like paying for parking, and he doesn't like paying for anything. So we're a bit of a nightmare team. We'll see how it goes. But Chatsworth House, you're on my list. Okay, we're about to go through Winnett's Pass, which is an amazing bit of scenery. Sadly, you're going to have half my car in the frame. Well, I've been driving around the peak for about 2 hours now. Stopped off at a few places, not for doing vlogs, just jumped out and sort of run and gun, got a couple of shots. They may or may not appear on this video. I'm heading back towards my end now, back towards the Roaches. The weather really getting a bit gloomy. Craig messaged me just now from down in Nottingham, and I know the weather is moving up, so he said it was raining there, which means I'm probably about to catch that. So what I might do is just head to the pull-in where the Ramshaw Rocks is, and just see if there's any kind of moody shots to get from there before I finish my trip today. Yeah, it's I think this was a good call to kind of retract on the 100th upload and making it a big deal thing, and instead just make it like just a normal run out to do photography, because then my expectations were measured. And I think they need for a bit. What wonderful place it's been today. Great to see what Chatsworth House might have to offer, so I'm going to check that out in the spring, if they'll let us. I didn't end up going to Padley Gorge, because I know Craig wants to do Padley in a more, as he says, granular fashion, and I'm up for that. So I thought, no, I'll bypass that, I won't go there today. I did quite a few other little bits and bobs, and now home to the Roaches. Now, just in case I don't do any vlog there, just jump out and take some shots, because the rain is coming. Thanks so much for coming along once again for this ride. A little bit different, I guess. The other DJI gear I couldn't think about is what I'm filming on, the DJI Action 4, and I promise I will give anyone who's interested a gear review of my stuff. Probably most of the stuff I've had I'm pretty happy with. But yeah, thanks for coming along. We'll see you for the next one, I hope. And we've got a few Roaches pictures maybe coming up in a second. If not, I'm sure I'll find something in my bundle of photographs today to close on. Bye for now.